Welcome back to the channel, guys. Behind me on the hoist I have a Land Rover Discovery 4. This one has a pretty bad engine knock, as you probably heard. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change out the motor with a reconditioned engine. This is a little bit different for this channel, but this is quite an interesting job in how it's done. You have to split the body from the chassis and take it out. Some people might tell you otherwise, but trust me, that's the easiest way. So I'll take you along for the ride for this. It's only going to be one episode, so it's like a sneak special before Christmas. So hope you enjoy this one, and let's get to work. So this is the body removed. It's a pretty basic thing to do. What I found with this particular vehicle is I think it's had a crash because they have like a joiner in one of the air fittings for the air suspension. The front bar also had an interesting paint. Some of the clips were a bit how you going. Other than that, all looks pretty good. I've taken off all this towing stuff because it's really thick wire, and where it came from this crappy box thing is like really thin, and that was just so poorly installed. I don't even think it would have worked, to be honest, and the wires were all frayed, as I probably showed you before. But anyway, so that's this one. We've got the body off. Make sure when you're lifting your body you put your arms correctly, because they can catch on the chassis and then you might tweak it and drop it off. This back one especially, you don't want to catch the air suspension pump. That side, not so crazy, but this side's pretty important. Also, the fuel filler neck is quite an important thing. You don't jam. Just take it easy. It's not a race into lifting the body off, but once you got it free, you can sort of send it up. The shifter cable as well. Just make sure it doesn't catch on its way up. This particular car looks like might have a cracked crossover pipe, so we'll check that out anyway. So now next step, remove the radiator, intercooler. That whole thing comes out as a big clump. Then we can sling this bad boy up and yank it out of there. Pro tip, when you're taking off your flange, if you've noticed, I didn't put the wheel all the way on the ground when I set the chassis on the stands. That is because I want to be able to spin the shafts to get to all the bolts easier. If you put it on the ground, they're harder to get to. There you go, motor's out. I put a ratchet strap onto the back to keep the back up. If you don't do that, it hangs. I'm doing this all by myself, so I haven't got anyone to lift it, and plus, why lift it when you can do it mechanically? That's how it comes out. I leave as much on it as possible. Like, it's so much easier when it's just chilling out on the bench. So now we'll strip off all of this and put it onto the new motor. This is the motor we're putting in. It's a 3 litre, same as what's coming out. only this one hasn't got a terrible engine knock. You can buy them complete, half complete, sort of rebuilt, sort of not, heads on, heads off, however you like. I bought this one in this configuration, so it's timed up already. This wasn't on it, I just put this on, and then I thought I should tell you about the motor firstly. So this is how it's going to be. I'm going to put all that stuff onto this, and then it should be good. That car there has got a few little problems, but I'll show you them as I change them. So swap the turbos, the exhaust over. I'm starting on the injectors and the fuel rails in it. I've already got these rails off. They're all there. I swap the injectors before I change the oil cooler and the housing and the water outlet. I'm going to put a new cooler, new water housing, same pump, not going to put a new pump. Got a new belt and tensioner for it. They're timed up, so time it properly. Swap all this stuff over. Then there's not much left to go, just got to put on all these parts, all that stuff there, all the bits, everything else. So we're getting there. The lump is back together in all its glory. Crossover pipe's on. This bracket that holds the crossover pipe is extremely important. If you don't put it on, your crossover pipe will crack. I've seen it many times, so don't be lazy, put it on. So now strap up the arse end of this, and then we'll lift it into the body here. There's nothing really that has to go on in here. It's pretty clean, there's no oil leaks or anything like that. Obviously, make sure your steering shaft goes in the correct spot. Don't snap off like your temperature sensors and all that sort of stuff. So, here we go. So there you have it, everyone. Car is finished. It runs. It's not knocking anymore. Now it's time to give it a good wash, and I will also put a few Ks on it, get a blue slip for it, and get it back on the road. So I hope you like this one, guys. A little bit different to doing the cars, but next one will be modifying some more cars, not just doing some general mechanical work. So hope you like it, and take it easy.